Hey everybody, I had a request to do candied orange rinds or peels, and I have never made this, but I've eaten it and it is really good. So I figured we would try this together. The first thing you're going to do is, I'll show you in a moment, but I have a pot with some orange rinds in it and we're going to bring that to a boil, but I wanted to show you how I peel the rinds so that if you decide to do this, or if you have children or whatever, and you go to peel an orange, it might be easier for you. So I've washed these, and you just cut this little place where the stem was at out. And then take your knife and go down just through the rind. You really don't want to go much into the actual orange. And so I do it like this, and if you'd like to do it again you can, but I just do that much, and then your rind just pulls right off. And so it doesn't take but a minute. This is my 5th orange, and this is what we'll use in the recipe today. So to get the bitterness out of the rinds, you have to put these in water and in cold water, and you have to let them come to a boil. And when it comes to a boil, you let it go for about 3 minutes, and then you pour off your water, rinse your rinds, put more cold water on it, let it come back to a boil, pour the hot water off, rinse your rinds, and the 3rd time that you put your cold water on it, you let it come to a boil, and you let them boil about 8 minutes. So for the first step, I'm going to do all that, and when I come back, the rinds will have boiled for their 8 minutes. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're going to continue on with the recipe, and what we're going to do now is I'm going to set you down. I have the pot on low heat. I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of warm water, and to that I'm going to add 2.5 cups of sugar. We're making the syrup for our orange peels. So there's 1, 2, and a half. And then to this, you're going to add this is about between 1/4 and 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. And so you want to add that to your mixture. Stir it up. You want it to come to a boil, and well, it won't really come to a boil, but you want your sugar to melt, and you want it to be translucent when this part's ready. So you want to have it pretty low. So I'm going to cover that. And I have these big plates that I always use to cover. Now here are our orange peels, and I'm going to go over with you once again what you do. You take your orange peels initially and wash them and cut them off the orange. Then you put them in cold water, let them boil for a couple minutes, take them off the heat, drain them, rinse them with cold water, repeat that. Then when you repeat it a second time, you let them go about 7 or 8 minutes the second time. So you're doing that 3 times altogether, just longer the last time. Now I'm taking my kitchen shears and I have cooled these, you know, with the cold water like you do. So you're just going to cut these in strips. And this is going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to take a little bit of time for that sugar water to come to a boil. So I think I'll go ahead and go and come back when that stage is ready. So I think these are going to be really good. Like I said, I've had them before. I've just not made them before. But I think that they're really a good treat. So I have high expectations for them. So I'll see you back in a minute. The syrup has come to a boil now. So I'm going to go ahead and add the orange rinds to it. And you want this to have a slow boil. You want it to be boiling. And once I put the lid on this and let it slowly come up. It got hot, but it didn't boil, so I took the lid off and turned it up a little higher and was constantly stirring until it came up to that boil that you saw. So you may need to do that. So I cut it back down some, but when I put the orange rinds in it, it has stopped boiling, but the coolness of the orange rinds made it stop boiling. But it'll come back to a boil in just a minute, and when it does, we're going to let these boil for 15 minutes. They'll soak in that good syrup, and they're going to be delicious. So I will be back in a minute. The candied orange rinds are finished, and I went ahead and poured them into the container. This is what they look like if you leave them in the syrup, and that's the way the lady who requested this recipe remembers what she had was in the syrup. So if you pour yours or anything hot into a glass container, if you'll stick like a fork in there as you pour it, the fork will absorb the heat and your container won't break. My mother taught me that. So anyway, there's that. And sometimes this is eaten where you drain it and you roll it in sugar. So I did some in sugar too, and they look real good. My husband tasted one and he is really impressed with them. And here is one. I kept one out of the ones in syrup. I'm going to try it too, but I'm going to try this one. That is good. Very orangey. It's tender. It just has a great flavor. It's not a weird texture. These are really good. I am so glad that she asked, and I cannot remember your name, and I'm sorry. But I'm glad, I'm glad that she asked for me to do this. Now here's the one that's just in the syrup. That one is good too. It seems to taste a little sweeter and real tender. Just a real good, I don't know if you call it a candy or what, but it's very, very good. And I wanted to say about this, if you would make this and decide to either roll all these in sugar, or you get finished with the orange slices and you have all the syrup, don't throw that away, because it would be good in tea, or I don't know, there'd be several things you probably could use this for, and it would be too good to throw away. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you get a chance to make it. I don't think you'd be disappointed. And thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Merry Christmas and bye-bye.